guess we'll do the chatty part now. You can see I haven't even put anything away. I put the cold stuff away. All right, so here is like what I get in the mail. Let me tell you. Okay, the first time I went into Amazon Fresh, it was like their grand opening, and they had people out front before you even get in the store, and they were doing a raffle, and they had like the spinning wheel and everything. The store opened at, I can't remember, like 9, but all the festivities weren't supposed to start until 10. So anyway, I go there, it's like 9:30, and I go in there and I start asking the lady, like, how do I go in? Because you have to like have your phone, pull up the Amazon app. I don't know. I had heard all these things about how you were supposed to enter and scan something. And so I was like, how do I enter the store? And she was like, oh, we're not doing the prize wheel until 10. And I was like, okay, I'm not here for the prize wheel. It's like, how do I get into how do I enter the store? And she was just like, we're not doing the prize wheel till 10. That's what she said to me. And I was like, okay, she didn't hear me. So I said it again. I'm trying to like enter the store. The store opens at 9. And she's like, we're not doing the prize wheel till 10. And it reminded me of when that football player was like, I'm just here so that I don't get fined. He had to do a press conference because he didn't like doing press conferences. And he just kept saying, I'm just here so I don't get fined. They'd ask him a question about football and he'd be like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's what I felt like that lady was doing. And so I actually turned my little bottom around and I walked back to my van and I drove home because I'm not I'm not dealing with that. The next time I went in, they had somebody that would explain it. You had to like scan your app even to get into the store. It was very confusing. We looked around a little. The prices seemed very high. I'm a Aldi, Lidl kind of, I mean, they got to be bottom dollar prices for me to be impressed. And the prices were like regular grocery store prices, which I only go to regular grocery stores when they have like those loss leader sales or if there's a specific item. So there are quite a few specific items that I need because I'm dairy free and just different things, you know, that you just can't, you know, occasionally you need maraschino cherries, whatever. And anyway, so we went in, the prices seemed high, but I was very impressed. They had a lot of dairy free items, dairy free cheeses, dairy free butters, dairy free ice creams, things like that. So I was like, okay, I'll keep it in the back of my mind. I didn't shop there because, like I said, the prices seemed high and we would get the sale ads and it didn't seem like a lot of like good deals compared to what I usually shop at. It's very convenient to my home, I will say that. So I wish that it would work better. And when that location became available, people were actually saying a Trader Joe's might move in, which would have been really awesome because our Trader Joe's is a hike. But it ended up being Amazon Fresh. So my neighbor told me that she loves it. They have great deals. She can get in and out very quickly. And like I said, it's very convenient to where we live. And then in July, they had not Black Friday, they call it Prime Days. They had Prime Days, but at the grocery store too. And they had great deals. And it wasn't like overall there was a lot of sales. It was like certain things. They're like doorbuster things. And they had like cereal for $1 a box. I can't even remember all the things I got. I did get hot dogs. They had the Oscar Mayer Wiener hot dogs, like just the regular hot dogs. They were $1 a pack. I think I got like 50 packs of hot dogs. And they're in the freezer and they will last all year long. We can have people over and throw a couple packs on the grill. We can have them for lunches. Yeah, we got a lot. And I did notice, I'm all about going by the rules. You know, I'm not trying to scam anybody and I'm not trying to clean out shelves. Like, I'm not like trying to be a jerk about things. So I like to make sure I know what the limits are. I always abide by limits. Even if the limit is, I haven't reached the limit, but there's, you know, many people wanting them, I make sure I leave plenty. I try to be nice about everything. But yeah, I don't think there's hardly any limits at Amazon Fresh because they let me buy 50 packs of hot dogs. They had cases and cases and cases. So that was the Black Friday sale. I got a lot. I actually went like 3 times during that. I keep calling it Black Friday sale. It was Prime Day sale. I went back and I got things. And then they always have the coupons like right now it's save $10 if you spend $50. And so you get like additional percents off. I was really impressed when I did the Prime Day sales in July. I think it was July. But I keep getting the sale ads in the mail every week, and I'm like, there's just not the things that I buy. You know, brand name things. If you wanted to buy brand name things, they have, I guess, deals on those. We are generic all the way. I mean, I'm trying not to buy packaged food. When I do, I buy generic. And so I wasn't seeing a lot of the prices, but they had Thanksgiving doorbusters, and they had, good things like produce. So onions, celery, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, and pears. Those were like the doorbusters. And then the other doorbusters were chips, Dave's Killer Bread, Pepsi, and then the cranberries were 79 cents a bag for like the fresh ocean spray cranberries. So I went in there and looked. I used the Dash cart, which is the Dash cart is just befuddling me as well. The store, I keep I don't know. I just can't. Every time I go in there, I have a wildly different experience, and every time I come out of there, I'm either like super pumped and jazzed about Amazon Fresh, or I'm like, I feel dirty coming out of here. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's not a consistent experience. Let's put it that way. But anyway, so this Thanksgiving sale, I went in, I used the Dash cart, and if you've never seen the Dash cart, it's got a little like display, an LCD display, and it has a running total. You scan the item like on the cart, and you can pack it right into your bag. And then when you're all done, you just push it through like this certain area, and it charges the credit card that I already have on my Amazon account. And like my bag's already packed, so I just push it out to the parking lot, load my van, and then I bring the cart back. I like it because I like to know all of the little sales, and I like to know, like, is this part of the promotion? I hate going up to the register not knowing if I did the sale right, So I do like the Dash cart. I actually like it a lot. But it's very confusing to me because the prices change like as you're shopping. So I scan something, it tells me the price. When you tell me the price, I make a decision whether I'm buying it or not. And they're really easy. If you scan something, you end up not needing it, you can take it off very easily. But I like scan an item and it said it was a certain price. I put it in my cart, and then I scan another item and it made the price of my first item to go down even more. So I was like, that's weird. So I found a guy, he seems to know what he was talking about, and he tried to explain to me. I was like, why is the prices going down? And he said, I have a coupon. So on my app, I had a coupon that said, save 20% if you spend $50. At that point, I had not spent $50. It was only like $11 of items. I had quite a few things in my cart, but it was only $11 is what my total said. He told me that if you have to reach a threshold to use a certain promotion or coupon, that it's the price before the discount. So if something was like $5 and it was on sale for $2, that $5 is what's applied to reach the threshold, which I've never seen any store do it that way. So I was like, okay, well, regardless, I have reached the $50 threshold, so things should be 20% off now. But once you take 20% off of an item, like, the price shouldn't change, Also, it wasn't 20%. There's a woodpecker on my bird feeder. What I'm saying is the price shouldn't change after you take the percentage off. That didn't make sense to me. Also, like the pears, it said 20% off. The pears were, no, it was these apples. So these apples were $3.59 for a 3-pound bag of apples. And then after I started adding other things, these went down to like $1.20 something. It's like 20% off of $3 does not equal $1.20, right? It doesn't make any sense. He said, just let the cart do it. Do the math. Math is math, and the computer is computering. And I was like, okay. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get charged extra later or whatever. There was also an item that when I scanned it, it said put it in your cart. I put it in the cart. It registered the weight. There's like scales on the cart. It registered the weight, and then it didn't charge me. And I asked him about that. He said, you can buy it separately, or you can just, and I think he was implying that I could just take it. I'm not going to do that. I would not do that. I mean, unless it was like the promotion, like buy something and get a free head of cauliflower. But I wasn't just going to like take it just because it didn't ring up. I don't think that's right. But yeah, I ended up putting those cauliflowers back because at the end, when I did try to buy them separately, the price was different again. It was back up to $3.99, and I was like, the sign said 99 cents, and the guy saw the sign said 99 cents. And it was another cashier, and he said, just bring me a picture of the sign. I was like, okay. And I went over there and the sign was changed. I think the guy changed it after I left, but whatever. I was only buying them because they were 99 cents and I didn't need them. Anyway. So yeah, I still don't know. Like I said, I've asked for clarification. I still don't know. I get the, it's on my Amazon app after, like it tells you the price, you pay, actually you just walk out and it charges your account and then you get a receipt. But it's not exactly, I don't know. It's not, it doesn't break it down the way like a normal receipt does. Also, I did use a coupon yesterday, and I think that what they do is that, like I got $10 off and it broke it down proportionally so that if I return an item, I don't get the full value because I didn't technically pay the full value because I got the timer's going off. Anyway, so I pulled up what I bought yesterday because I did want to go through some deals that I got yesterday. I got some cranberries, fresh cranberries. They were 79 cents a bag. 8 times 4 should be $3.20, but I only paid $2.73. So whatever that ends up being. They had like the canned cranberry sauce was a good deal. The canned pumpkin. These are all like the Amazon Fresh or the Happy Belly brand. That was a good deal. Those were about $1 each. They had the shredded cheese was on sale. It was supposed to be the 6 or 8 ounce bags. And they had not very many varieties. They had like a taco blend, a Mexican taco blend. They had just plain sharp cheddar. They had mild cheddar and they had mozzarella. And they were like the 8 ounce bags. They were supposed to be $1.49. And when I rang them up, they were ringing up like $1.21. And then with the discount with the coupon, they were like $1 each. So I got several of those. They also had, like I said, they didn't have very many varieties, but they did have shredded Parmesan cheese in a 6 ounce bag. And it was also ringing up like the dollar. It was like $1.04 or something when it was all said and done. $1.04 for 6 ounces of shredded Parmesan cheese. And I use that to make lasagnas. I make a couple of lasagnas, keep them in the freezer. They're great for my family. I can just throw them in the oven. They're already made. And we eat meatless on Friday, so it's a good backup for Friday if I don't have something already planned. The Parmesan cheese, it doesn't like stick together, so you can I just store it in the freezer because we don't use it very often. But it stays, and then you can just put it straight on whatever, it's shredded up small enough that it melts right away or whatever Parmesan cheese does. I don't know. I don't eat cheese. But anyway, I thought that was a good deal. I had already said that I got the Marie Callender's pecan pie. They were $2.61 each. And then additional discounts off because of the coupon, the $10 off $50 coupon. Then the produce, I already said they had onions, celery, pears, mushrooms, and sweet potatoes. I did not get sweet potatoes because the sweet potatoes are actually a better deal at my other grocery store. Okay, then I got the condensed cream of mushroom soup, Campbell's brand. This is what I was asking him. How are you supposed to know what actually prices are? That was not a sentence. How are you supposed to actually know what the deals are? Like, I am actively searching out deals so that I can stock up. I don't buy when I need. I try to buy ahead then I have it for the things that I use regularly. So there's nothing in this sale paper at all about the Campbell's soup. When I was there, because I did this grocery shopping, I probably won't go to like Aldi or anything before Thanksgiving. So I was like, I need a can of mushroom soup. My husband wants the green bean casserole. So I was like, I'll just buy this. It's a little bit more. So it was listed as on sale for 99 cents. If you are a Amazon Prime member, which I am, you can get it for 89 cents. So I was like, okay, I think at Aldi it's like 69 cents, but that's generic brand, whatever. I was like, I'll just pay a couple cents more, get it, that way I have it. I don't have to run to Aldi for a can of soup. I put it in the cart, and the cart said it was 29 cents. So I was like, that's weird. 29 cents, pretty good deal. And then I looked on the end cap, they had all of the smaller 10 ounce cans of the Campbell's soup. So they had like the tomato condensed soup and the cream of everything, cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of whatever. They had the French onion, they had chicken noodle soup. Basically every one of those, just like the small cans, were 29 cents. Almost all of those have dairy, so I don't bring a lot of that into the house. But the tomato soup is dairy free, and I scanned a bunch of those, and then I was like, if anything, I can donate them. Our church has a food pantry that I donate to weekly, and then I sometimes make big donations if I find good deals on things. And so I was like scanning, and I was like, I don't know what the limit is. There's no advertisement. The advertisement, it's not in the sale paper, but on the tag, it doesn't say anything about limits, and it doesn't even say that they're 29 cents. And when I told the guy today that they rang up 29 cents, I was like, you should put a sign on that. People would, you would get a lot more sales that way if people knew. And he's like, yeah, I think a sign's going to come eventually. And I was like, yesterday was the first day of the sale, so I forgave the signage not being, perfect. I went early in the morning. But this is the second day, and he's like, yeah, I think a sign's coming. I was like, what are you looking for, a sign from God? I'm talking about like a paper sign. Anyway, I ended up scanning the tomato soups, and I was putting them in the cart, and I was like, eventually maybe I'll hit a limit, and then they'll start charging regular price. So I just kept adding them. I got to 25. I got 25 cans of tomato soup. And let me see if it tells me. 25 cans of brand name Campbell's tomato soup was $6.46. This seems like a pretty good deal. Let's see, I got the celery. I got 4 celeries yesterday, and it says I got 4 celeries for $3.42. I got some random things that I needed. They had vanilla extract, was a good price. I'm making vanilla extract, but I waited until I was out to make my new batch. Actually, I think it's still on the counter. I told you this was going to be a chatty video. So this is my vanilla. You see, it's not very dark yet. And this was a bottle that I had last year. I just shoved more beans in and refilled it. So the beans that are in there, they can just stay in there. And eventually this will get so full of beans. But anyway, yeah, I got my project counter over there. You want to see, I also made some wine. Sneak peek, that. Whoop, this is wine. And this is vanilla. And these are green tomatoes from the garden. It was supposed to frost. And I picked all the green tomatoes, and I had a ton of green tomatoes, green cherry tomatoes. And so I fermented some and I pickled some, and then it didn't frost for like 3 weeks. I could have had those. Those could have all been red tomatoes. That's totally aside. Let's see what else I got yesterday. This cheese I already talked about, the tomato soup. And then I just got a few things, like I was just scanning things because, oh, that gave me good lighting. But that's not good lighting. I was scanning things because I was like, maybe there'll be another deal. Maybe I'll find another sale. I didn't really find anything after the tomato soup, but let's see. Yeah. Oh, I got some butter. The butter was a good price. Now I'm looking at, I think the butter was supposed to be more than this. I got 2 pounds of butter, 2-pound packages, and it says $4. So that was $2 a pack. Maybe I'll get some more butter. Anyway, that's it. Nobody wants to talk about grocery deals with me. My husband doesn't want to hear it. My children don't want to hear it. My mom doesn't want to hear it. I don't really talk to anybody else. I'm talking to you. I'd love to hear what you have found. I would love to hear your grocery deals or your thrift shop finds or whatever, TJ Maxx deals. Tell me all about it. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.